Now then, how is everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to Train Sim Classic. Hope you're all well. You've all been talking for 12 or more hours in the chat. I've been seeing you. I keep popping back occasionally. All the usual suspects: Bones, Stace, Animal. We had Great Western Photography earlier as well. I can't remember if anyone else was in. G. Dave was in briefly before, but he's working. How is everyone? Good afternoon to you guys. And also we've got Seb. Good afternoon. Jason, how are you? Matthew, nice to see you. Adam's there. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good time. Hope everyone's interested and also waiting for the 86 now that the news has come out for Train Sim World. Somebody called me out on it overnight on the comments on that video. Told me I didn't have a right to be excited because I'm a local, so I'm biased, and that doesn't make me right. So I saw Jason responded to that one as well. Some people are just miserable. What can I say? Oh, it's Deltic time, says Chris. How are you doing? Yes, we're going to run this long one. This is the boat train to Stranraer. So as we always say with the Deltic, we're stuck with the, rubbish version of the Deltic because that's the only one that there is. But what I've done in this scenario, I think this scenario is from the Steam workshop, but what I've done is, wherever possible, I've been through and swapped out the stock. So all the coaches, all the Mark 1 coaches should be the AP versions. There's a couple of 37s coming past us. You'll see it as we go, but this is a decent one. We're going on the boat train down to Stranraer. That'll take us a while, as you can see. And then what we'll do after that, we will come up to the class 50 just for Animal, and that's an interesting one. Cream, oil, and milk in the class 50, but we're not going to do that one. It says 0. It's not 0 minutes. It's definitely not 0 minutes. We're going to do the stopper from Castle Douglas to Dumfries because we are on the west of Scotland lines, which is it's a DLC I've had for quite a while. It runs all the way from Carlisle down to Stranraer, so it's a pretty long route. It's a Steam route in the DLC if you buy it on Steam. If you got TSC, by the way, and you haven't got it, it might be in the sale at the minute. I got it for a couple of quid a while back, one of the sales. It's all Steam trains. I think there's a couple of DMUs on there as well. But like I said, there's so many different scenarios you can get for it that, if you're like me, you don't really enjoy the Steam stuff on TS Classic. You can run diesel. That's what we're going to do. It's good route though. Macam, how are you? Nice to see you. Nick, long time. How are you? Hope you are well. Before we get into it, let's have a quick look what you're saying. Yeah, Jason eats potatoes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, duration 0. That's some of them come up like that, and I don't know why that is. It's a bit odd. Carlisle down to Stranraer Harbour. Yeah. Right. Okay. About time we had a decent loco run. Says Animal. Yeah, Preston Carlisle is good, Macam. I would agree with you. I think everyone would, apart from our commentator last night, who says Boston Providence is better than Preston Carlisle. But everybody, Boston Providence is good. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, aren't they? Everyone's got their own favourite. Some people will like Oakville. I can't stand it. But some people will like it, and that's fine as well. So people just need to cheer up, I think. It's only trains. And it's only on a console and computer. It's not real trains, Isn't Stranraer up from Carlisle? It's if you look at the map, it's to the left. So it's a decent run from Carlisle. Animal loves Oakville. It's Oakville, not Oakfield. Right. Hello, driver. The Port Road survived the beaching acts, mostly thanks to Stranraer Harbour unexpected prosperity. Today, you'll drive the final stage of Newcastle to Stranraer boat train, starting here at Dumfries. The ferry you're connecting to is the last one for the day, so try and drive on time. He says, "Oh, I couldn't even read the rest of it. What's going on?" Right, hang on. And of course, it doesn't tell me in the briefing. There's a 31 outside. Look, it's an AP 31 as well, which I've swapped in. That's quite nice. There's a 25 there, so you're going to see some classic stuff. There's an EMU over there, look, a DMU, sorry, not an EMU. We're in 55001 today, which is St. Paddy. These are the AP Mark 1s on the back. We've got a 03 shunter over there. See, there's all sorts on this route. It's just, you know, it's just one of those nice little runs that we can do where we just chill out and you know, just get on with it basically. Right, let's get it set up, shall we? Instrument lights, headlights. Yeah, that's all looking good. Don't think there's anything else. Next stop is Castle Douglas, scheduled arrival 17:11. So I know you'll want to go outside for this bit. Let's get the brakes off. And let's go. We have got 90, well, just under 20 miles to Castle Douglas. Try and drive on time, don't be so ridiculous. Have you been on one of these streams before, Chris? You got some inside info there. Let's see how we go. You feel like you've been here all night. You have. You have. I bet you were on at 4 o'clock this morning, weren't you? You thought it was live at 3 o'clock? You haven't been paying attention when you were last night when you were doing all that chat, Great Western. Why is that guy randomly there next to the track? Look at that. What's he doing? So both scenarios we'll do today are set in winter, as you could see. So just enjoy the route. I think it's one of the really early routes. This Western Lines of Scotland, but it's good. It's a good one. Right. I just wish we had a better Deltic. That's the only thing. Because look at the textures inside. The other thing as well. There's a real AP37. The other thing is that we've got this like permanent cab light on, which the cab light is off, but you'll see there's just a permanent light in here for some reason, and can't do anything about it, which is a real shame. But we'll manage. We'll manage. We've got aircraft flying around. Some of them get quite close as well as we carry on. So it's like 10 to 5 in the afternoon, so it will be dark by the time we get down to Stranraer. Give it a damn good thrashing, says Bournes. We will once we can get up to speed. Actually, we can get up to 60, so let's do a little bit of that. It won't get as fast as we've been in it on other routes that we've played, like the East Coast Main Line and the one we did the other week. But I think 60 is probably where it tops out on this route, I think. Mackham says it's amazing classic, the train sim is still going. Yeah, it's still going, and it's very popular as well. Still very popular. You know me, I kind of mix it up between Train Sim World and this, because you can't do runs like this, unfortunately, yet in TSW. If there ever comes a day where TSW can do everything that this can, then this will probably finally go, won't it? But for now... Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, Nick. Happy birthday for tomorrow. You ain't missing F1. Does anybody still watch F1? I used to watch it when I was younger. I just find it so boring. There's just no overtaking. It's just... I don't know. I just don't like it. Stacey, you run at 4 and 5, and then every hour from 7. No wonder you're in number 1 in the chat. No wonder. That's 31. There's a bit of industry on this route as well, you'll notice as we're passing along. .37 waiting for us there. Power, says Chris, yeah. Let's try and stick to 50, shall we, for now on this bit, and then we'll thrash it after that. I think all the signals are semaphore as well, so I've got to keep my eye on that, I forget. Yeah, smash the like button like a Wiganer smashes pies. Stace likes pies. Right, you Stace. Right, how are we doing? 16 miles. Some of these rocks here at the side look like a rosa, don't they, on TSW? Definitely need to try and go back and retrofit those mountains. Oh, you're from Indonesia? Wow, excellent. I think you could be our first person in chat from Indonesia, so welcome. Hope you're doing well. Plenty of 47 action on this route as well. Right, we're getting up to 60 soon, so we'll give it a bit more thrash. Not just yet. That's a pretty steep hill, isn't it? 175. Can you do the whole West Coast mainline on this? You can, but you'll remember I've got a video on the channel where I do the whole thing from Euston to up to Glasgow. But you can't do it. You can't do it all in one run without switching routes. So you can do it, but you have to switch routes. And when I did it in the video, a couple of points along the way, I just stopped, switch routes, and just cut that bit out, so it looks like I'm doing the whole thing, but actually I'm not. So I did it in the Pendolino all the way from Euston. But it's possible though. Take you a few hours, obviously. You can do the East Coast mainline as well, because we've done that as well. It's just like her talking about biscuits. When you guys start talking about biscuits, now she's talking about what pies she likes. She's behaving, just. Right, we've still got 13 to go to the first stop. Getting a bit of sunset coming in. It's quite nice outside though, it's just this cab that's a bit, the cab's a bit naff. And I've got, I can't remember where I got it from, I have got an enhancement patch as well for this cab. So believe it or not, the cab would normally look worse than this inside. I think Vulcan Productions a while back did a Deltic pack, but it's not on sale anymore. So I was trying to look around to see anybody on YouTube that's got that, that still uses it. But it's in Legacy now and you can't buy it, so I don't know why. I don't know why they withdrew it, but they did. I wasn't playing TS Classic then, so I probably would have got it. Good afternoon, Duncan. How you doing? Do you think we'll get a TSW6 announcement next month, or maybe the return of the Rush Hour packs? Don't see the point of another game, no obvious new feature to add, or the inevitable issues. I honestly don't know. There's usually a release, isn't there? It comes up. Well, it's September now, isn't it? Normally, when it comes up. I mean, the roadmap is on Tuesday, but even then, if there is a TSW6, I don't think they would tell you. I don't think they would tell you in a roadmap. I don't think they would tell you at all. They've not said previously. I think Rush Hour, when they did Rush Hour, I think they announced that, didn't they, before? But actually a full TSW, if there is going to be one, I don't think they'll say up front, because they like the big reveal on that. There'll be something. I bet there's something. But I don't know what form that'll take. The trouble with this cab is the window is tiny, you can't see much scenery. Yeah, and I've got the camera view. I'm actually sat as far back as you can. Some people will play it with the cab like this. But I find that a bit naff because even though this cab interior is not great, I just like to see the, you know, the inside of the cab a little bit. Yeah, 55001 St. Paddy. This is. So I'm assuming that is a real Deltic, which you could look up. Whether it ran on this line, I don't know. As I said, this scenario is from the Steam Workshop, so somebody's created this. The Steam Workshop scenarios all come with stock that come with part of the route, stuff that you can buy on Steam. So as I said at the beginning, these coaches, these are AP coaches, and the 37s and the 31s are all AP. So I've swapped those out for the ones that I've got. But normally you'll just get the standard stuff, which is good in a way, because if you don't want to buy the AP stuff, then you can get a lot. It's a bit like Creators Club. You can get a lot more out of your stuff you've bought on Steam, you know, without paying any extra. You'd like a Jaffa cake the size of a cake. That would be very jammy in the middle, wouldn't it? That orange jam stuff would be something to sink your teeth into. If you zoom in, it appears you're going slower. It does, yeah. So we'll do it now. So this is at full stretch. Let me just get down for this 50. It did tell me to stay on time, but not at the expense of speeding, I don't think. In fact, we're 60 after the station, so I'm going to leave it. But once this 47 goes past, I'll zoom in and we can see it. Yeah, so if you do that, it looks like you're going slower, but you're not. Right, up to the 60. Wesley, good afternoon. How are you? You're on Train Sim World 5. Excellent. Is it easy to swap things out in scenarios in this, in TS Classic? It is, but the problem I find with it is knowing where the AP stuff is sitting. So basically, there's a tool you can get free called Loco Swap, and it lists all the scenarios you've got. And basically, if you click on the player train, you can, if you've got, for example, one of the Steam NAF 31s, you can just click on it, and then there's a directory structure down the right hand side for your PC, and you just look you just look where your AP31 is and pick that one, press a button, and it saves it, and it just swaps it. The actual steps is easy to do, but what I find is knowing the locations on my PC where the AP stuff is sitting, that's the bit that always confuses me. You get used to it after a while though, but have a look for that loco swap. It just makes sense. It takes a while sometimes to, even for this scenario, swapping everything out that I needed to do for this scenario took me quite a while to do, because all the services you see that are coming past us, you got to swap them as well. You know, if you want, you don't need to. You can just swap your player train if you want. But I did the whole lot, and I've done a few. I did it for the Class 50 one that we'll do after this as well. I swapped things out, which I suppose is a bit silly, really, when I've not even got the upgraded 50. But everything else is has been changed. But it's doable. Yeah, loco swap. Yeah, loco swap. And there's videos on YouTube as well on how to use loco swap as well, if you want to watch someone actually doing what you just asked. Good afternoon, Southwestern, how are you? David Drives, is he here? Good afternoon. Is this the Manchester Airport route on TS Classic? No, we're a bit more north than that. This is the Western Lines of Scotland, this route. So we're really up north this time. Got to be down to 40 before Dalbeattie. Yeah, so the other thing is, let me just pause it. Actually, let me just get out of this, out of here. So I've swapped everything out, and there was originally this maroon Buffy car. This is an R&B Buffy car. So I've kept the maroon one. This again is the AP one, which looks quite nice, doesn't it? So it looks odd in this rig. Everything else is blue and grey, and then we've got this Buffy car. But yeah, that's how it was in the original formation. So I've just swapped it for the AP versions. Am I going to the Greatest Gathering? No, I'm not. Where actually is that? I did know, but I forgot. I think DTG are going there, aren't they? Stop being biased, will you? Up north. This is a bit more up north than where I am, though. This is way more north than that. Actually, it's like it's northwest, isn't it? We're actually heading to Stranraer, which of course is the ferry port for Ireland, amongst other things. Now I'm trying to accelerate against the brake, which won't do us any good. You did the descent down Cajon Pass last week. That one was a challenge, making sure you don't end up with a runaway train. Yeah, so plenty of use of the dynamic brake. And the dynamic brake is a whole new sort of learning on its own, isn't it? Learning how to properly use the dynamic brake. I don't know if you ever saw it, because I don't think you were playing TSW then, but if you go back on Dovetail's channel, the Train Sim World channel, Matt Peddleston, one Saturday a couple of years back, he did it sounds really geeky, but he did a video on there, a presentation all about braking and the different types of brakes, and that's where I first properly learned about the dynamic brake on the American trains, because I didn't really understand it. And he was talking about how it works, and you know what kind of percentage you need on a certain gradient of hill. And actually, after I watched that, I could use the dynamic brakes perfectly without it running away. Because there's sometimes where you need dynamic brake and you need a little bit of automatic brake as well. It's like a science. But it's doable. But I know what you mean, Cajon Pass especially, you can really run away. It gets a bit nerve-wracking once it does run away. But you can control it. And if you dump all the air out of the brakes as well, you're stuffed. You've had it. Is it hot in the UK? You're melting. It's over 30. It's not 30 today. It's muggy. It's overcast. It's been raining. Well, it has in Preston. It's muggy. But it's still quite warm. I've got the window thrown right open. But it's been raining this morning. It rained quite a lot during the night as well, which cooled it down a little bit. Greatest gatherings in Derby. Yeah. I saw that DTG are going to it. I'm not going to be there. Correct. The roadmap's Tuesday. So I'm streaming today because the Class 86 stream is Monday night in the usual slot. Just Trains are doing that. So obviously me and probably most of you guys and a few others will be watching that. So there's no point in me streaming against that. Wouldn't make sense. Then Tuesday we've got the roadmap. Wednesday I'm at the football. So it might be that I do something on Thursday. But I just wanted to do one today. Then we don't leave it too long. Stop mentioning the 86. Yeah, it's too much bias, isn't it? There's other things coming out as well. People have been asking me in the general comments about Tadami line as well. I still don't know anything about the Tadami line. That's another one I'm looking forward to, of course, if I don't mention the 86 again. I'm kind of hoping something comes up on the roadmap for that. I did get the key for Tadami line for TS Classic a couple of weeks back from DTG because I planned to show that. I thought we'd have a run in TS Classic on the Tadami line. But I've not had a chance to play that yet. So I was going to check that out and maybe we'll run it so we can have a chat what it's maybe going to look like in TSW. Because I know some of you won't have seen the Tadami line at all in any shape or form. So I thought we'd have a look at that. Joyd, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're well. Ben, good afternoon. If you get Train Simulator Classic in the Steam sale, how easy is it to make a session in this game? When you say a session, what do you mean? You mean running services and things? It's pretty easy. I don't know if you play Train Sim World, but it's just the same. If you want to just use the standard services that come... Well, it doesn't use services in TS Classic. There are only scenarios. But it's the same thing. You just go in and click one and press go, and it does it. So it's pretty easy. David, you seriously considering taking your laptop on holiday just to play the 86? That's dedication for you, there. Look at Animal. He's just an 87 with an extra window. It's true. It's kind of true. And it doesn't go as fast. The 87 goes faster. So remember that. I think we could do 110, can't we? In the 87. I think it's 100 in the 86. I hope you've all read the manual, by the way. Because you can be having a look at that before it releases. And just like that, we are approaching Castle Douglas, which is our first stop. So I'm going to start taking down the speed. Bit of traffic waiting for us here as we come in. Yes, I know I'm overspeeding. There's a lot of 31s on this route, which I don't mind a 31, especially that one, the AP 31. The standard one you get on Steam's a bit rubbish, but yeah, there's an 86 stream on Thursday. That's the DTG one, Wes. But Just Trains on their website, on their YouTube channel, are showing it Monday, this coming Monday. So you get 2 chances to see it next week. Oh, that's true. Yeah, actually, yeah, you've just reminded me. Yes, so I said I might stream on Thursday. I might not even stream on Thursday because of the 86. Yeah, actually, good point. I've forgotten about that. Well reminded. So we might be doing something Friday then. And I shouldn't be going past this signal. But we're going to. Yeah, I'm like way past where I should have been stopped. But anyway, the coaches are kind of in the platform. Just don't get out of that first door. You'll be alright. Just walk down the back. There's a dirty DMU going out. Let's go, it says. Next stop is Newton Stewart at 1754. Well, we've already passed the signal, so... You read the manual states, did you? So you'll be ready to go then on the 15th when it releases. Does it go as fast? That better not be your excuse to still Oxenholme in the 86. There's always a possible Oxenholme whenever I'm on the route. There's always the possibility of an Oxenholme, as you know. We'll deal with it as it arises. More excuses. You reckon we're getting an Oxenholme today? There's every chance, because this one's a long route that we're doing. I think the one in the class 50 is about 40 minutes, something like that, so that's not as long. But this one definitely, there's a chance. David, you'd rather have a Valenta HST or a 50, but the 86 will do for now. Yeah, it'd be nice to have it would nice to have the 50 in TSW, wouldn't it? Because I think they could make a good job of it in TSW. Let's thrash for the 60, shall we? Bit of single line running. $30 miles to Newton Stewart. Now then, Joe, how you doing? Oi, oi. Nice, nice. Straight up to the 60, just like that. As Tommy Cooper would say. You've done a super early shift. Wow. Must have been super early. A normal shift, would you finish at about 2? Or do you have one of these irregular shift patterns? Must have been downhill. It is. Yeah, it doesn't normally accelerate that fast, does it? But did all right there. We have to come back down to 45 volts this year. Wes, you'd like the transport for Wales Pacer to be in the 0 to 3 MUP section. Yeah, don't know what's happening with that. Again, Tuesday. Might get an update on that on Tuesday. Those last screenshots we got of that Pacer, it didn't look that far away, did it really? But you know, building the model and showing the screenshots is not the same thing as it driving, so could be a bit of work to do on that yet. Got Checo, how are you? You're late, don't worry, don't worry. There's plenty of time left. Right, let's go and get a little flyby. Got 47 waiting for us here. A bit like the 86, it's taken a long while longer than we thought. Yeah, it did. It did. Yes, it did. And I think it's probably not helped by, well, all these DLCs. There's been so many DLCs coming out in like a short space of time. I suppose there's a little bit to do with scheduling and you know, getting the game ready for each release. Each release has got to kind of work with each other's release, and I guess the other thing that we don't always consider is the marketing aspect. There'll be some data there as to, oh, if we put this out this week, will anyone buy this the following week? And so they'll put a lot of thought into that as well, which we're just playing it, you know, we probably don't always think of that. But I bet the marketing department, you know, have a nice headache with that kind of thing. There's the low-flying aircraft, look, we've got Cessna coming in. See, even Scotch Eggo knows that Stace was here all night. Look. That means Scotch Eggo was peeping. He's been in all night, he's not said anything, but he's been peeping now and again. This top fan thing, I don't know if it's... I thought it was a good thing at first, but I think it's leading a few of you to become kind of obsessed. It's a bit worrying. Because you don't get... Oh, you get his bragging rights. You don't get a prize for it if you come number one. I don't want any of you, you know, camping out overnight. Like I said last week, it's like camping out for gig tickets and you want to be at the front of the queue. I don't want any of you doing that. There's plenty of it to go around, you know. Don't give up your weekend to sit in the chat, honestly. GWE Remaster. Yeah, what's happening with GWE Remaster? Because that's bound to be good. I hope nothing's gone wrong with that, by the way. And we've even had screenshots of that as well. So, you know, and that was a long time ago. So I even think at the we had screenshots of that over Christmas with the Season of Reveals thing that they did. So kind of hoping that's not gone on the back burner. That's one box of ice creams down. Do I start the second one? You've had a full box of ice creams. What kind? What were they, like cornettos or something? There's like 4 in a box. That's some go in that animal. Oh, you missed the Western Champion in May. I think, I don't know if Great Western is still in. I think he saw that. I think he took some photographs of it and put it in the Discord. I'm almost sure he did. Very recently. So it could have been the same at the same time. Right, I shouldn't be going this fast over this bridge. No, we don't normally do. We don't do night runs, but this one actually isn't so bad. It's getting a bit darker now. By the time we get there, it's like it's not dark. It's more like moonlight. It's quite nice. So I thought we'd do this one. It's not pitch black. Animal is eating like an animal. Double strawberry magnums. God, they sound sickly. I don't mind the chocolate ones. GWE Remaster is your most wanted DLC. They announced it far too early. I think they wanted to just whet everybody's appetite and let you know that it was coming, you know. And probably anyone newer to TSW that didn't have Great Western Express might have picked it up in one of the sales, like in readiness, because it's a free upgrade once it arrives. It probably acted as a reminder that the existing GWE is out there. Because if you were coming into TSW now, I think there's so many different routes and there's so much DLC. We you know, like if you've been there from the start, you forget just how much DLC there is to a new player. So they'll keep wanting to do reminders of the older stuff, just to drive a few sales, I think. But I agree with you, if they were going to announce it, there should have been a semi-regular update since that point. Just to make sure that I mean, it's like when we talk about Tadami. There's been nothing on Tadami. We had a couple of screenshots a couple of months back, a couple of new screenshots. I think we had one of the actual... the train itself. In the very early stages of its planning, but nothing since then. Right, we've got 21 miles to Newton Stewart. Mint Magnums. Yeah, I could have a mint Magnum, yeah. Double chocolate Aldi ones. Probably half the price as well of a Magnum as well. Did it taste the same? I bet they do. Nick, you remember when you only had one DLC? Yeah. And your wallet was suffering after that. I did warn you about this. I did warn you, it's a slippery slope. It's a good job you're not into Train Sim Classic as well, because that'd sting you. Preston just signed Ordell a fire for a 7-figure sum. Oh, so they did sign him. Yeah, I know there's a strong rumour this week. Is that the guy that played for Blackpool on loan? Am I mixing two of them up? Anyway, we do need defenders. You're going on the Calder Valley line with Transpennine Express today to Victoria. Very good. The Magnums at Aldi taste better. I don't think I've had one from there. I'll have to try that. I'm not a big ice cream eater, I must admit, but occasionally. Right, up the hill we go. Try and have a drink of my tea. Stop my throat getting dry. Magnums are the most powerful ice creams in the world. Did you eat 6 or 5? Are you like are you kind of a heavyweight fella, Animal? Because to pack away all them, that's some go in that. Nick, you've not bought any DLC for the last 3 months, and that'll be changing soon. You've also got £10 vouchers to use. So what's on your list then? What's next on your list? Just out of interest. It depends if you're still buying in the sale or not. I mean, the Manchester airport's pretty good. But then again, I'm biased because I'm up north. Now that the massive termites nest has been fixed at Heaton Chapel, I was in Alan Thompson's stream the other night and I said that, and I put in the chat, have you fixed the big termites nest at Heaton Chapel? He actually laughed out loud. And apparently it was Dovetail's fault, because all this was fixed and they made live the wrong version of the route, apparently. So that's why we all got these anomalies, like the lights not coming on the trains, and the General Electrics, the GSMR wasn't working on the Pendo, and all sorts of different things. And it was because they put the wrong version out. I think we've had that before, you know. How long have I got? Go on then. Let's see what's on your list. Give me your top 5. Right, you're off now, Wes, are you? Okay, see you on the next one. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Scotch Eggo, they fixed it. It was fixed before it was released. We were never meant to see it, but now we've got it on the stream. It's there now. We can always remember it. We have it recorded. Welcome back, Seb. Stop talking about food. You're making her hungry. The one thing you get on these streams, first and foremost, is trains, banter, and food talk. You should know by now. There's a lot of food talk. The only time I do something on the channel where there's no food talk tends to be the videos, the non-live videos. But maybe I'll do a food video, I don't know. There's another 47. That's about the 6th or 7th 47 I think we've seen so far. Still just under 17 miles to go to Newton Stewart. So we got Newton Stewart, and then we arrive at Stranraer Harbour at about an hour's time, 18:27. And then what we do when we get there, we just go up to the head shunt, run round, and reattach to the other end to finish the service. So it's quite a good one, because you don't want to spad at Stranraer, you'll end up in the Irish Sea. So get down for this 40. As per, goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Thank you for coming in, especially on a Saturday afternoon. Much appreciated. Bit slow in places this for a Deltic, isn't it? Really, you expect a Deltic to be blasting along. Bit of a slower one for a Deltic. Do you know what I mean about this lighting I was saying at the beginning? There's no cab light or anything on, but cab's just permanently lit, which is a bit of a pain. You can't do anything about it. Back on the pies again. Chicken and mushroom, yeah, chicken and mushroom's alright. Key lime pie, I've never even heard of that. So, Nick, you've got the Dutch route, Cardiff route, the Glossop line, Basque 33, and the Manchester Airport line. Glossop line, you can get quite often in the sale. So, keep your eye on the Glossop line, certainly. 33, so out of those, 33's quite often on sale. Cardiff's pretty new. Dutch route did have in this, but you're on Xbox, aren't you? On Steam, the Dutch route has already had a discount. I don't know if the Cardiff has. Glossop line always is, though. I think out of all those, I think they're all good routes, those. I haven't been on Cardiff that much recently. Cardiff's a very similar type network route to the Manchester Airport route as well, but I think the airport route has got a bit more to it because it's got the pen doors and it's got the different runs that you can do. But I do still like the Cardiff route, I must admit. It's the radiant smile of the driver lighting up the cab. Yeah. Yeah, just had my teeth polished. Caution, low headroom. Yeah, but that's if you're going down there. If you're naughty, see this. That door opens and you go in there. You go into the actual. You actually go into the nose. That's where they put you if you're talking about, you know, food too much and other things. So you're meant to go down this little step here. Although there is a light you can put on in there. So, you know, if you're really bad, you go in there in the dark. You can peep out of this window. Look. That's what punishment you'll get. Straight down a hill. Put a bit of brake in. The naughty room. It is the naughty room. There's a few of these old diesels got those. The Peak's got it. I don't know. Has the 37 got that as well? I can't remember. I don't know if the 37 has. The Peak definitely has. I think the Class 40 has. Her head's in the gutter because of the low headroom. Doesn't take much, does it? Right, down to a 40, which seems really, really slow. One-way trip to a Deltic. Oh, you're going on the 1938 stock rail tour. Excellent. That should be interesting. I think that'll rattle you around a bit. Oh, they used to have a door to get from the loco to the coaches. That's interesting. It's very hilly, this route, isn't it? You had to look it up, you just call it the Dutch route. Yeah, it is a bit easier. It is a bit easier. Yeah, pretty decent route that. Hey Taki, good afternoon. Nothing like a Deltic. Yeah, absolutely. Still amazing. Napier's complex design made so much power. Yeah, just wish we could hear a bit more of that power, you know, with a properly made one in Train Simulator. But we'll do our best. We've still got just under 12 miles to Newton Stewart. At least so far, all the signals have been with us. I guess normally we would have had a token, wouldn't we, to come down here? I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't. There's a few passing points, isn't there, along here? It's a bit wild out here, though. He's feeling a bit sick now if he's had all them magnums. That serves him right, doesn't it? Oh dear. Let me save it because just in case the signals are not with us at some point. Quick toot for the passengers there as they watch us coming through. I can't believe you would smash 5 magnums or whatever it was. Oh god. Pat and Mick. The funhouse. Oh, you'd have to be a certain age to remember Pat and Mick with the funhouse. Please don't encourage her, anybody. I think he's had 4 magnums, Gotcha Go. Getting a bit darker. What is it now? 20 to 6. Yeah, you got to do the Lambeth walk, animal. you sing the song? No, that's the thing. You said earlier you have no accent. You got pains in your teeth because you had some coffee. You got from completely freezing cold Magnums to hot coffee. That's probably not good. Right, we've got 8.5 miles to go. Take the brakes off, then we'll roll down. You don't have an accent either. You do. You don't have a local Lambeth accent, definitely. You left when you were 12 weeks old. Were they after you for something? She does have a Brummie accent, yeah, she does. Did a runner at 12 weeks. Imagine his little legs going. Oh, God. The smoke coming out of the pram. I bet you had your first Magnum before you were 12 weeks old as well, didn't you? Or was it Lion's Made back then? Probably used to get the ice cream, you know, like the old choc ices. You had to unwrap the block of ice cream out of like tracing paper and put it in the, you know, they didn't come with chocolate on then. You got like a block and you put it between two wafers. There were the days. You had to eat it quick before it went all down the front of you. And it's like eating a vanilla slice. You know when you bite a vanilla slice and the bloody custard goes everywhere? Oh, I've talked myself into a vanilla slice now. Wonder if they serve vanilla slices on this train, actually. Wonder what you'd get at this time in this Buffy car that we've got. Probably the same stuff as you're going to be able to get, dare I mention it once again, in the R&B Buffy car that's coming as part of the 86. Because you're going to be able to walk down there and buy some stuff on that Buffy car. Another 31. They're everywhere. If you like 31s, this is a good route. Jumped on and the jam runs down your chin. Oh, God. See how these streams are very thought-provoking and other stuff. The driver's going in the nose with no lights, yeah. I'll drive it from there as well. Right, we got just over 5.5 miles to go. And then non-stop to Stranraer after that. Bit dark in coaches. I don't think you can turn the light. It's not like TSW. You can't turn the lights on in the coaches, can you? In TS Classic. Right, we'd have a 60 coming up. See, I didn't think we'd get much above 60 on this run. McDonald's apple pie and the molten lava runs down your chin. Yeah. You had a parcel all the way from Glasgow yesterday. Did come down the southwest by train. You no longer trust Royal Mail. Why? What's Royal Mail done to you? Right, we're nearly there. This station here is called Paynew. That's a funny name for a station. Once you blink and you'll miss it. Pretty small. Oh, they lost a tracked parcel. Yeah, that's not good. Andrew, how are you? Hi, bye, Tintin. That was quick. Have you gone already? Hi and bye within a split second of each other. A bit like Oxenholm, blink and you miss it. Yeah, at least Oxenholm's got a longer platform, which actually should give me no excuse for not stopping there, really, shouldn't it? But I'm going to have a few practices in the 86. I mean, it should drive exactly the same. I don't think there's any difference to the driving of it. You've got a date? As in like a relationship type date? This is news, come on. Let's hear more about it. You're not going to tell us your eating date. And that's what you meant. You don't mean that, do you? You got a lovely photo of somebody else's front door though. Oh, so somebody else got the parcel. Yeah, some laugh. How are we doing on time-wise? Because I've not even been checking. Ah, we're due in 2 minutes before time, so there you go. Oh, you're off to the cinema. Excellent, excellent. What are you going to go and watch? You're going to tell me Jurassic Park or something, aren't you? Or whatever the new one's called. Yeah, I haven't been to the cinema for ages. Actually, we don't call it cinema up here. We call it pictures. We go to the pictures. I think that, I don't know whether that's an old term or not. Cinema's quite an old term, isn't it? But yeah, running early. Yeah, it is a disgrace, yeah. There's time yet. I've still got half a mile. We should be alright, I think. Although at the end, it's probably going to tell me I was speeding quite a few times. Pictures is very old. I remember my nana always used to say on a Saturday afternoon, "Oh yeah, I can't speak to you. I'm about to sit down to watch the big picture." That's what she used to say. And all she meant was she was watching a black and white film on TV that afternoon. But she used to say, I'm gonna watch the big picture. This is Newton Stewart. As it starts to get dark. So it must be the night boat from Stranraer. Probably going to Ireland, I would think. Get the doors open. Anybody getting on? We've come all this way. I think there's a bit of people getting on at the back. They're probably looking and thinking it's dark, this train. Does the cinema have a chap next to screenplay piano? Yeah. And a woman with more ice creams for you. Coming round with a big tray around her neck with more magnums. Oh, you are going to watch Jurassic Park? That was a good guess. I think that's the only thing that I know is on at the pictures at the minute. Right, well, if you're going on a date, Andrew, then good luck. You have to let us know next time how it went. If there's a second date. Don't forget to tell her to subscribe to the channel. You might like trains, you never know. Here's another 47, just in case you haven't seen one before. There's a nice 37 over there, look. Nice AP BI Blue 37. That guy came straight out of the station building, did you see him? And he went straight into the Buffy car. It's Animal again, isn't it? There's another one going from... Look, you see, just keep your eye on it here. There's people coming straight in and getting on. There'll be nothing... There's another one, look. There'll be nothing left if Animal got on. You used to go to Stranraer a lot by train. It's a bit of a trek from Warrington, that. Sit in the back row on the old stretch the arm out routine. Yeah, and you end up putting your hand on some other bloke's shoulder who's sat next to her. He's probably looking for pies. Yeah, raiding the Buffy car for pies. Yeah, I hope there's no pies on the Class 86 because... I expect a video from Animal then when he gets his hands on the 86, even though he's not going to play it because it's just got an extra window to the 87. He'll be calling it the Buffy car DLC, not the 86 DLC. Right, next and final stop is No one's in a strop. Stranraer Harbour arriving at 18:26. Right, let's go. Everyone's on board. Buffy car has been stocked up at Newton Stewart station. Let's go. Yeah, it's getting darker now. You met a lass from Port Patrick and Stranraer was the nearest station. Yeah, you get about a bit for love, you boys. You like the 87, okay. You went for 75 for a 50. I hope you're not driving the truck at the minute. Joe says, are the ferries from Stranraer still popular for lorries? I'd assume yes, but for people who just fly. I don't. It's quite a few years since I've been to Stranraer, but I have been there a few times. It's actually quite nice down there where the ferries are. I haven't been on a ferry. I've been to Stranraer, but I haven't been on the ferry. But I assume they are still pretty popular because I think it's way cheaper. But I'm talking a few years ago. I don't know. I suppose a lot of people want to take the car, don't they? Right, we've got 22.5 miles to Stranraer. Yeah, been around the block a few times. I'm back. You're driving the 87 along the Manchester route. Hang on, you're driving the 87 on the Manchester route in TSW, or are you on TS Classic? You have no wires on the TSW route. Or you're driving it on the Manchester Airport route, not the Manchester to Leeds route. Now I get you. Just watch out for them neutral sections though. If you're on the Manchester, I didn't know you bought the airport one. That's probably what confused me. What are you saying about SPADs now? Have you got blurry textures on the Manchester route as well? Yeah, it's not good, is it, the blurry textures? I get blurry textures on the PS5 when I switch from an outside view to the inside. It tends to take a couple of seconds to adjust. There's a couple of exterior problems with the textures as well, but it sounds like the Xbox is much worse. You're at Piccadilly waiting to depart on a Pendo. In TSW, I assume, and not really. Is it the Virgin Trains Pendo, though? I tried to see actually if, because you know the layers. I don't switch the layers on and off generally. I had a quick look to see if I could switch off the Virgin Trains 10-door livery just while I was on Manchester Airport, because I know it's a bit of a joke. It keeps appearing, and I don't think it's too out of place actually. But yeah, you can't. Some liveries you can switch off, I think, can't you, in the layers? But I couldn't do it. I noticed I could that TransPennine Express 350. I noticed I can turn that off, but I don't know if that turns off the whole 350 or just the TransPennine Express livery. I'm not sure. Not sure. Because I'd like to turn off some liveries for some routes, but still have them appear on others, you know. Oh, where Hentis fell asleep. Yeah, I didn't see it, but at the time, but he put a clip on our Discord. I tell you what, he was snoring, weren't he? I've never heard snores as loud as that. He was properly in a deep sleep. And, like, if you listen to that video, you can hear the traffic outside his house. I mean, I don't know what time of day it was. It sounded like it was during the day. That was hilarious, that. And we all told him so as well. One of his Discord people rang him on Discord and said, "What's going on?" That's brilliant. Were you watching it live, Nick? You're probably watching it live, I guess. Oh. Right, we've still got 18 to go, and then we're going to switch to the 50 after that. This is Kirkhowen platform coming up. And another 47. 47's like the 66s of Trains in World, aren't they? In TS Classic. In this darkness, you've a job to see these signals. You watched it live, yeah. Yeah, it was funny. He clipped it and put it on the Discord. He's probably got it on his channel, Jason. If you missed it, he's clipped that actual bit. He is snoring like an elephant. It's like he's proper asleep. Like full on. It's quite funny actually. We pulled his leg about that. He's got overtaken by a 323. Those Pendor services are good though on that Manchester Airport. I just wish they were a little bit longer. It's like everyone said, if the route did go to Crewe, then obviously we get a decent run. But 12 miles is all right. You have to visit a railway station in Dorset that's about half a mile from where he went to school in Weymouth. Yeah, he's alright, Hentis. I've met him a couple of times, along with all the others, Joe and Jason and a few others that do the train sim stuff. You're going to ring him now. He might be asleep. I fell asleep at your mate's house. Oh, God. See, if I fell asleep on a stream, I'd have trouble because I'd end up banging my head on the desk. He's on his PS5, I think, when he was streaming. So he's probably got his feet up on the. The settee or something. Scott Cheggut, still got no XP. You think something is wrong? I think have a look at your own settings for your username. Because I think you can turn it on or off individually. So I don't know. Have you got? I think you can't get XP if, for example, you've got your subscriptions set to private. So I don't know if you have or not. That's one way that you won't get XP. And I think there's an actual setting for top fans itself. So just go on. I don't know where though. If you Google it, you'll find it. But it could be that you've got it switched off because you should get something for your first, even just for your first message. Even if you don't, even if you can't get past Stace now. Hang on, let's have a look what she's on. Let me have a look. 900 XP. It's showing at my end. Bournes is on 825. And then Animal is behind him, 675 XP. Jason's 150. Then Nick's 150. Great West 150. British Ace 75. Mackham, Chris, David Drives, Andrew, Wesley, Matthew Fry, Ben Davis, Moose, Mike B, Adam Harris, Taki, Mohammed, Southwestern and George all below that. Yeah, we got the top 21 there that I can see in the list. And we're going downhill, which probably means I need to put the brakes on. And whistle boards are hard to see once it starts getting dark. $900 points. You've worked hard for those 900 points. Kind of. Neutral sections. He's found the neutral sections. Yeah, you saw how I expertly went over the neutral sections the other night when we did the first look. The trick is, first of all, don't do a night run until you know where they are. And then keep your eye out for those boards. And since GE Dave told me the black neutral section board, it generally means you've got a mile to sort it out and power down. There's actually enough time to power down. You just got to spot that board. If you don't spot the board, then and you're not familiar where they are, then you're a bit stuffed. But right, down for a 50. We got 11 miles till we get there. You didn't even see the boards. Yeah, you slept for 2 hours, but did you keep the chat open in the background? Bet you were logged in the whole time. Right, Glen Luce is coming up. Quick drink of my cold tea. You have to actually send messages. Did you set yourself an alarm to wake up every hour just to add another message? $110 miles per hour in the 87 on Manchester Airport. Wow. That's a definite spad coming up. Here's a nice little Scottish village on the left. Let's wake him up, shall we? And guess what? Another 31. Yeah, animals about to auction home at that speed. Did you work it out, Scotch Egg, or is there a setting that you found? He says. It reminds me of where you live, minus the trains. Although there is a train track a mile away, it likes to sound the horn at all hours. Because it knows you're local. That's probably why. We've got the little bell there on the AWS to tell us that there's a green signal. That's the first one of the whole route. Actually, let me just save it. Does this scenario come with the route? You bought the route in the sale, but I haven't played it yet. No, it doesn't. But it's on the workshop. Once I come out of this one, I go back to the menu. I'll show you which one it is, and then you can pick it up. There's absolutely loads of them. Emergency brakes. He's used the emergency brakes. That's brilliant. I've only run that 187 service so far on Manchester Airport. I know there's a few of them different times of the day. I've not driven one back to Piccadilly. I need to do that. Can't beat the countryside yet. True. Very true. Chance to get up to 75 here. The last bit. You think you did the same one as I did on Monday? Yeah, that was quite good. That it was quite a good one. That run in the 87 we did on that West Coast Mainline South was quite good as well, but that of course was a mod. That's not available to everybody, sadly. But that was quite good. Right, 75. Let's go. Five miles to go. Carried away now, look. Felt the speed. You've broken something. What you've done? Oh, you mean with the XP? There's definitely something you need to set. You live in the city, but luckily it's very green city, close to Dartmoor. Yeah, Dartmoor's a bit wild, isn't it? What should you drive next? You've done a 323 and a Pendo and the 87. The 350's alright. Try a 350 from the airport, one of the Glasgow services, like the Transpennine one I did yesterday. So from the airport to Piccadilly, quite good. You've had a look, you're not sure if you've got the right settings. Yeah, you just have a quick look through the guidance, the Google guidance. There'll be something you've not done. I'm sure there's an opt-in. I think a lot of people, depending on their privacy settings, a lot of people are already opted in without knowing about it, which is why it just works, but there'll be some privacy settings somewhere. That's Castle Kennedy, so we're very close now. Three miles to go. And this that we've done is only about half of the route. The route itself is massive. Let me quickly show you the map. So here's Stranraer at one end, as you can see, and it's all the way up here. There's a branch line going down here. I don't know where that's going to. Have a look. Is that Kirkwood Bright? Kirkwood Bright, yeah, down there. All the way down here is Carlisle. You've got Carlisle up here. This is Carlisle. So you can see how big it is. It's coming from Carlisle all the way out to the left to the coast. Decent run. Like I said, it's a steam route predominantly, but it's got class 25s and all that good stuff. But loads and loads of stuff on the workshop, and of course there's free roam, so you can kind of do a quick drive and drive whatever you want on it, really. You spent the night on Dartmoor in your truck once. It was so dark you wouldn't get out your truck in the morning. Yeah, there wasn't any hounds, was there? You didn't get the hound of the Baskerville or anything. I don't know what's going on with these signals now. I don't want to bomb it for a red signal after all this. Right, I'm just going to save it. Right, that signal's good. So we're alright with that one. And get the speed down because we've got a 20 coming up. I think we have a turn to the right coming up. There's like a depot just outside the harbour station. So we might see a bit of traffic here. DMU there waiting for us. Got 37 over there at the sheds. And another. We've got an O3. I don't think I've driven that O3 yet. Looks quite interesting. As opposed to the usual 08 that we have for shunting. You love them more. It's awesome, and not all Hound of the Baskervilles. Yeah, that's the only thing I know Dartmoor for. Dartmoor is one of the few remaining proper pitch dark places left in this country. Yeah, because there'll be no light pollution, will there, from nearby towns or cities, or if it's dark, it's dark. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. You can't be on the leaderboards because you're under 18. Ah, okay then. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that was one of the rules. That's a shame. I wonder if that's because they consider it like not betting, but like competition or so. I don't know. Maybe it's because you can. I think to get up the leaderboards, you can send like a super chat or something, can't you? And it probably doesn't want you to spend money, so that it could be to do with that. Because that's the other way to cheat, of course. I think a super chat gives you like 200 points or something daft. So I read, anyway. Is your account old? Do you mean like, is it set for not for kids? I've got it set not for kids in the settings, if that's what you mean. This is Stranraer Harbour we're coming into right now. We've got a 47 over there, look. Surprise, surprise. So we have made it. Let's just go back here and make sure we stop in the right place, because we've got to do a run around once we get in. So we need to make sure we are right where we need to be. There's the unmistakable hum of the 47. Right, let's open the doors. Now everybody's getting off. They're all going for the boat. Where actually is the boat? It's a pity it's not daylight. I don't actually know where the boat is, or if there actually is one. I know in daytime there's all water all around here. Look, you see little boats there. It is a harbour after all. There's even over this side you can see this is Stranraer itself, and you can walk along here. It's quite nice actually. There's chippies and all sorts across here. Quite nice. So we'll just let that do its thing, and then we'll do the run round. The British Fireworks Championships, I've not heard of that. That's a thing, is it? That's interesting. The super chats don't work. You tried cheating. Yeah, you did. And did you do it? Because when you click on the top where it shows you the rankings, down at the bottom there is actually a super chat button, isn't there? Did you do it via that button in the list, or did you do it via the super chat button that's under the actual video that's playing? If that makes sense. There's a button, the button where the subscribe button is. There's one there, and there's one in the actual list. So I don't know. I completely missed what that instruction was, but I think what we need to do is we need to unhook the Deltic, and we need to run around. So let's do that. There we go. Right, excellent. Stranraer Harbour head shunt is next. Let me zoom out because I've got all sorts of trouble going on here. Animal donated £4 through the super chat. Thanks, Animal. He's gone to number 1. It works. Excellent. There he goes. Look, straight to the top of the pile. And he puts Bournes down to number 3. Wait a minute. Let me see. How much XP did it give you? You're on 975. I don't know what you're on before, but thank you for that, Animal. Honestly, you didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. And even if you did, you only needed to give me £1. You didn't have to do the £4, honestly. But thank you for that. Much appreciated. That's excellent. Oh, that's funny. Dear me. Right. Let me just save this before I do anything else. And we'll pull forward down to the head shunt, and we'll go across and hook it up to the back end. Oh dear me, that was really funny. This line doesn't exist anymore. That's interesting. And Newton Stewart doesn't have a station. That's a shame, isn't it? This is one of those lines in real life you could almost just jump on just to go for a ride down the line. Upstairs, thank you for that. Damn you, Animal, she says. She's gone back to number 1. Oh dear, wait a minute. Have we got joint number 1s? Wait. This is a new development. Right, you just get me when I'm at the head shunt. Something's going to happen if I'm not careful. Let's just have a quick look. Oh no, she's ahead. She's gone ahead. Animal's back to number 2. Wow. A little bit of healthy competition, but honestly there's no need. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. It is quite funny seeing you all battling it out though. Now, run along the coaches and stop at the gate. Ask for permission if you need to pass the red signal. If there's no answer, proceed on. So, basically, don't worry if there's a red. Just go for it. So, I'm going to... Oh, look at Bournes. Bournes, thank you very much for that donation. Not having this malarkey. Wait, he's only gone to number 3 still. He's at number 3. Let me just check it out. Let me check out what's happening. No, he's gone to number 1. He's now gone to number 1. There's a delay at this end. He's gone to number 1. Oh dear me. I'll be able to buy the class 50 at this rate. From Armstrong Powerhouse. I know I'm trying to put it in reverse in the wrong window because I've got my mouse on the other side. Right, let's put it in reverse. Let's take the brakes off. I don't know if I was meant to switch ends, but I don't think it really matters, does it? Let's go for it. That's quite funny. That's funny. David, thank you very much. Best you can hope for is 4th. What has it put you up to? I don't know what you. According to this, you haven't got any rank at the minute. How much do I need for the 50? I don't know how much the 50 actually is. Add it up and take away 30%. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is that what it is? 30%? Oh my god. I need to work for YouTube. It's obviously a good, profitable business, that. Thank you very much, David. Thank you to you all. Yeah, you best end it now, or there's only going to be one winner, I'm afraid. And you're looking at him. Request to pass signal at danger approved. I'm glad I remembered to do that, actually. Here we go. We'll go all the way out to this side, and then we'll hook it up. That'll be us done on this one. I think you've all gone mad. You've all gone mad. So was that the button, the super chat button, within the actual points list then, I presume? Because it's obviously working. I don't know why David's got no points. I don't know how that works. Oh right, I meant to actually have stopped there. So and I was meant to change ends because it says reverse and couple the coaches. Well, I'm not going to reverse because I'm already in this cab. And I need to stop before that signal or else I'm in trouble. That's the waves, by the way. That's a really weird effect. That white line coming in is the waves. I don't know why it glows at night, but it does. We'll take the brakes off. We'll head in and we'll couple up. She's not gone. She's winding you up. She's not gone. Yes, I will get the 50 in the sale. I definitely will get it in the sale. I think there should be a sale coming up August, I think. On the AP site. Right, I need to make sure I really don't prang it here. Coming in a bit too fast. Slow it down, slow it down. There we are. Let's just go slow. After this whole journey that we've done. Right, now, are we close enough? There we go, well done. Now we're ready for the passengers who will arrive by the ferry. Until then, get some rest and definitely some hot, non-alcoholic drink. Where's the fun in that, though? So there you go, that's quite a long scenario, that one, wasn't it? And as you say, it's asking me to rate the scenario because it's from the workshop, this one. Dave, if you want to know, have a look for some whoever this is does some good ones. Mol07 on the Steam Workshop. I don't know if that is the same username as they use on the Steam Workshop. I would assume so. So yeah, the only difference was, as I said, I swapped out all the AP Mark 1s from the original ones that are in there. And I put the 37s in. I swapped the 37s. I swapped the 31s. Anything else that I had, I swapped them out. That was the only thing I did. But you can get that. can get that scenario. 74 miles that was. An hour and 50. Was it an hour? It was an hour and 50. Yeah, it was. So that was that one. We're going to do the class 50 now. So let me have a quick look. These are the ones that you get. These Black 5 ones, I think. These are the ice cream man. That's definitely animal, isn't it? You took a screenshot. Yeah, excellent. There's also some AP ones. Can you see? Those ones you'll get from Train Sim Community. So I've got a 158 there. Got rail. 158, 159. But it's these Steam ones that actually come with it. I think these class 25s, I think I've downloaded those as well. The 27, I only got, I think, yesterday in the sale on Steam, so I've not used that yet. But again, these are all workshop. Scenarios. Don't know why the 27 isn't showing up there. I've definitely got it. Oh, there it is, showing up there for these ones. I think these are the standard ones. But we're going to do this one, class 50. Stopper from Castle Douglas to Dumfries, 40 minutes. Passenger service, this one. It did get me some money for the class 50 fund. Thank you very much for that. Yes, thank you. Much appreciated. Improper horn used 35 times. I know, I always do it. Yeah. Right, let me have a look. It's a bit of a wintry scene, this one, I think. Let me get the doors open and we'll get set up first, shall we? So I will do that. Instrument lights are already on. Headlights, let me have a look outside. We don't have headlights on this one. We have the head code to the lit. That's all we've got. What else do I need to do? Put the wipers on. That will help. Cool. Excellent. You hear a kettle. Yeah, there it goes. So these are the... let me just actually go down and have a look. There you go. That's one of the ones you get with the actual route, that. Let's go. Class 50, before it was a 50. Again, AP coaches on the back. I've swapped them out. We'll probably catch up to this steamer, to be honest, fairly quickly. Dalbeatty's next 5 miles. Black 5, yeah. Yep, no worries, boys. There we go. He's waiting for us. He's stopped. Oh, he's going backwards, look. He's going back in. So we'll thrash this up to 60 very shortly. Not all scenarios are set in winter, by the way, if you were just wondering. I think being up in the wild reaches of Scotland, I think some of these workshop people like to put the Scottish weather in. I think that's all it is. Pop back in. I don't think we can open windows, can we, on these? Oh yeah, we can we? Oh, look at that! A bog standard version of a loco where you can open the windows. That's quite nice. Isn't it always winter in Scotland? Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, the Class 50 is on my list. The problem is, when it gets to a sale, it's still always quite expensive, and my list has been so big of stuff that I need from AP that I always look at it and I think, well, I could get the Class 50 and that's one thing, or for the same price I could pick up, like, you know, 2 or 3 other things. So I end up going for the other things just because then I get more quantity. But the 50's rising up the list. Definitely. So on this one we've got Dalbeatty, Southwick, Kirk Gunson, Hilly One, Lockenhead, Maxwell Town and Dumfries. We're due in at 12:42. So there's a lot of stations, but they must be fairly close together, I think. Yeah, back in 30 minutes, no problems, Dave, yeah. Oh, you're in Starbucks. It'll be quiet, they're all leaving. That's fine, it's fine. You might see a slight bit more of the route because the last one was only light for the sort of first part of it, wasn't it? And then it went pretty dark after that. But yeah, the route itself, I don't know how much it is on Steam right now, but it's worth having it if you don't have it. I think it's made by, I think it's Keith Ross who did, he also did the West Coast Main Line North, which, as you know, we've played that a few times. That's a good route as well. But I think this is older. This is one of the older ones, certainly. The other thing that's on sale that I haven't got is West Somerset Railway. I didn't know whether to get that or not because obviously I've got that in TSW. There's a bundle you can get with the West Somerset Railway and the West Somerset diesels at the moment in the sale, so I'm not sure. You downloaded that 350 liver and it hasn't appeared in the game. It's a bit flaky, isn't it, Greatest Club? But some people have said that to me and said I can't find things. You definitely left. You'd not left. I knew you wouldn't do that. If it's the same as TSW, probably no point. Oh, you mean the West Somerset? Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I think it comes. I think if you just get the route, it comes with a steam train, and I think like a 101, like a DMU. I think. Yeah, you know, you have to buy the diesel pack as well, really, to get the full use out of it. Half the stuff you download didn't appear in free roam or the consistent. That's weird, isn't it? It's not an Xbox thing again, is it? Here's a couple of 37s. AP versions, by the way, again. But we are stopping here at this station, so let's prepare. We did come through this station in the last scenario as well, but I think it was dark by this time. When you save up enough, you switch into a PC. Yeah, your TS Classic will be good on the PC. I think you said you play it on the laptop, don't you, at the moment? Right, let's get stopped here. Yeah, if this route doesn't exist anymore, that's a shame. There's something quite nice about these Scottish routes. You don't need to actually be going anywhere. You could actually just jump on and go and ride around, couldn't you? It runs TSC, but it struggles with TSW. I think TSW is a bit of a graphical beast, isn't it? This TSC actually was one of the main things I wanted to play when I got a PC. Way before I even had a PC, I wanted to play this. So I always had one eye on this. Just because of these long trips, really. Come on. We need to be getting to Southwick. That's where we're going. Yeah, the horn's a bit naff on this. It was okay with TSW4, you just never bothered with 5 on the laptop. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you've got room for a PC and you're going to use it for other stuff as well, it's worth having one as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm playing every day on my PS5 on TSW. I was playing for a couple of hours last night. I was actually on that. I was on the Birmingham Worcester route last night in the US. You know, on the HSP 46, because after I made that other video about the HSP 46 becoming available on Boston Providence, I realised I'd not really been on that Framingham route at all, so I spent all last night on it really, and that was on the PS5. I tend to only play TSW on the PC when I'm making the videos now, so I wouldn't get rid of the PS5 ever. TSW for me is on the PS5, but it's worth having both if you can. Zombie Player, how you doing? Thank you for that sub. Hope you're well. Good afternoon to you. Right, we've got 1.2 miles to Southwick. Yeah, I don't understand that either about the Xbox. I don't know what the issue is. Could you download the trains this weekend? Do it. You mean TSW? Yeah, get TSW. But if you get TSW, please stream it. You've got to stream it. We've got to see that. Or if you don't stream it, make a video, because that'll be hilarious. Right, let's prepare for Southwick. Yeah, I'm good, zombie player. Thank you very much. Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah, the PC version definitely. There's actually, you know, I resisted the mods for ages, but I do like the timetable mods. I like the extra time because they're only gameplay, and they're also packing in a few deliveries you need, so you don't have to individually go off and get deliveries, which, like you've just found out, is a bit of a pain. You know, when you start trying to look for them on Creators Club and get the right one and all that kind of thing. So the timetables are really good. That West Coast Mainline South one is really good. I'm just sorry that everybody also can't get it, you know, on the console. But yeah, there is that. Now that the editor is in lots of people's hands, that's quite a good thing. Right, here we are. Get everyone on board. If you ever get round to getting a capture card, you might make the odd video. Yeah, go for it, yeah. I mean, Dave, GE Dave has been making a few videos. I've been quite enjoying his stuff that he's been doing. Yeah, everybody should give it a go. Zombie player, you're playing this game on your PC. Are you playing this one, playing Sim Classic, or are you playing TSW, or do you play both? Just out of interest. If you make a video, you might just send it to me. You'd be too embarrassed to upload it. No, you should go for it. It'll be gold. But you can set it to unlisted and send it me. Yeah, definitely. Put it on YouTube and set it to unlisted. Yeah. There was one mod timetable where I drove a Javelin on the East Coastway. I had that in TSW before. A Javelin on the East Coastway. Did I do that? Or when you say where you mean the royal U, as in where we drove it? I've got to say, I don't remember that. I created a scenario where I drove a Javelin on the Horn Pass or something like that, I remember. Playing Train Simulator Classic, Zombie Player, excellent, excellent. Yeah, good sale on at the moment as well. Have you been playing it a long time, or are you new to it? Kurt Gunzian, I presume that's how you say it. In 2 miles' time, let's give it a thrash. Yeah, as in me, not you. Yeah, I get it. Once I reread it, I got it. Been playing it for a bit. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, still a good game. You won't be able to move the train. But honestly, go through the tutorials. I know it's a bit of a bore, but the tutorials are actually quite good. In the training centre. Go to the training centre first, when you first load it up. It's got its own little circular track where it teaches you how to, you know, just basically go round and round like a train set. That's always worth going to first, if you're a beginner. Then once you've done that, just focus on one of them and then take it out on the proper track. I think you'll be alright with it. Now that you know what a spad is, you know at least what to avoid. You did the tutorial last time and you couldn't do it. You probably weren't concentrating. Right, 3/4 of a mile to the next station, so... This train simulator is by far your favourite. There's a lot of people that would agree with you. I like a bit of both, to be honest. Yeah, Animal's right. Don't bother with the safety systems or the neutral sections. Animal still follows that advice. I'm trying to think, if you install it now, you'll get, what's the standard route? West Coast Mainline South. So, the trains on West Coast Mainline South are fairly easy to drive. The German trains are a bit more difficult. Coming in a bit hot, but it's fine. Still a little bit of snow in the air, but it's not too bad. It was blizzarding when we set off. You got the game on sale, less than $20. Yeah, the actual main game is always on sale. Yeah, it's when you start getting into the buying the DLCs, cost you a few quid. But then there's always a sale on Steam for this game. Even I'm still buying stuff now. Where's the headlight switch gone on the 350? It's on that. It's on the desk in front of you. There's the headlight switch, and next to it is the desk switch. They're like flat on the desk below the dials. You've got 2 games and DLC for like $42. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Not bad. Right, off we go. Let's thrash it. Killy 1, that's a great name, isn't it? Killy 1, that's where we're going next. Gilly, good afternoon, how are you doing? Yeah, right in front of you. Yeah, I know what you mean. If you haven't driven it for a while, you end up forgetting where the switches are, but I know that because I've been driving it, as you know, the last couple of days. So I remember where that is exactly. You're big into the Steam locos. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Steam on this. It's quite relaxing though. I tell you another thing I got in the sale. Talking about Steam. Because I decided I wasn't going to play the Steam stuff, but then I thought, well, I need some routes for the, you know, for the assets and things. I ended up getting the Falmouth branch the other day, which is all Steam. I quite like the Panyu Steam loco, which features on that Falmouth branch, and that's quite good. Again, that was about £4 in the sale, so I didn't pay a lot for it. So, you know, when the sale's on, I just snap up a few of these. Just build the collection, really. It's fortunate, though, that on TSC there is simplistic controls for the Steam engines. In TSW, I don't have a problem with Steam engines, but I don't know. TS Classic, maybe I've not driven them enough, because I haven't really in TS Classic. It seems a bit more difficult in TS Classic. But there is the simplified controls. That helps. You've been here 24... You might have been here 24 hours, yeah. You're right. You have to see Blue Peter passing a bit. It comes past here 8 o'clock-ish. Ah, does it? Going south, yeah. You're in Carlisle, aren't you? Near Carlisle. Yeah. Years ago, when I lived at my mum's, I used to hear them coming past because we're so close to My mum's so close to the line. I better get the brakes on because we're at the station. And it's a short platform. Probably shouldn't stop on the crossing, but I mean, this guy's pretty rude down here. He's looking at his watch. He's not wearing his yellow vest. I mean, let's do it right. He's meant to have the vest on. Let's get set up, shall we, for the drive-by. What's everyone's favourite train? Yours is the 373. Gosh, there's too much. There's too much choice, I reckon. Zombie player. You know, somehow I knew when you were telling me you were buying things in dollars, zombie player. I thought you might say the Union Pacific, big boy. I had an idea. You're down on the coast near Maryport. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Of course. It's a long stop. We must have been early. Oh, you Canadian. Sorry, I got the wrong dollars. Well, if Trump got his way recently, you would have suddenly become American. But I think they managed to avoid it. I think the Canadians managed to avoid becoming Americans. Just right. Here we go. Locken Head is next in 2.2. He would have rioted. Yeah, it wouldn't have been very popular, would it? Streamlabs is doing its thing again. Did you get banned for something? Yeah. He won't get his way with it, will he? Trump. Like a lot of things he's trying to do, he won't get his way. Oakville, animal. Oakville, not field. Oakville. I know what you meant though. I know you're trying to cover it up by giving it a new name, but yeah, Oakville is Canadian, yeah. Oh, she said that again, did she? Yeah, that keeps getting banned. Love to see the 373 as an add-on to Southeastern high speeds. Don't think I'm familiar with the 373. Canada needs something like a wall, yeah. Wait, wasn't that the thing he was going to do last time as well? When he was in office last time, he was going to build a wall between America and Mexico, wasn't he? So he does like walls, but not in this case, because he wants Canada, so he's not going to build a wall for them, but... That was best when his sidekick rocked up in Alaska, and they gave him quite a hostile reception, didn't they? They were like, "What are you doing here?" That was brilliant. Oh, the Eurostar. Actually, you know what? That's a thing. I did drive the Eurostar on Southeastern High Speed once. It was a livery for the TGV, I think. I did that on a video once. It's somewhere on the channel if you search. So it was a fake, yeah, it was a fake Eurostar train. Oh, you saw it? Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. I've not run that for a long time. Very long time. In fact, I think it was one of my TSW 2 or 3 videos. When did Southeastern High Speed came out? I think it was when the Southeastern High Speed Extended came out, because I think I did the other side of the Southeastern High Speed, the Eurostar bit. Was that TSW 3? I forget now. Right, have we got the green? In fact, we do. Maxwell Town. I wonder if they've got Maxwell House there. You can still buy that. Maxwell House. It was a brand of coffee. It might still be, but it was awful. If you're a real coffee drinker, you wouldn't have drunk it. Yeah, Maxwell House. From Maxwell Town. I've been to Adrian's Wall on a school trip when I was a kid. Don't say I had to just built it. I know what some of you are like. You need 200 points. What, to take the top spot? Wow. Yeah, that is tempting. That's close. That's very close. Going to strategically come back in, as he's probably first commented on the half hour. So every time we reach the half hour, he knows he gets extra XP, because it's an hour at a time, isn't it? You guys have worked out. So he's making sure he's come in to do a top up. Hadrian's Wall in the 1800s. You do know history goes back a bit further than the 1800s, this. Tell British Ace is a reform voter. Slightly. Don't rub it in or you'll fall out of me. Adrian was Tintin's best mate growing up. I did buy a book from his gift shop all about ancient Romans. I remember that when I was on the trip. Probably didn't have much pocket money, but I bought a book all about it from his shop next to his wall, his tourism shop. Got to work out if it's still raining. We had the wipers on, but I'm not entirely sure if it is. I don't think it is. .37 action. Maxwell Town is just ahead. Your XP went up again. See, there you go, you see. He's another one setting his alarm so he can pop back in and add a few XP. At least we know now that Super Chat works, because yeah, it definitely wasn't working when David Drives tried it. But when we first discovered it, I think 2 or 3, well, it's probably more than 2 or 3 weeks ago, wasn't it, when we first got that facility, let's say. For some of you, it's changed your lives, this Top Fans thing. But here we are, welcome to Maxwell Town as the rain starts again, so we'll get the wipers back on. Quite a big station this in comparison to most of the others that we've passed through. I wonder what was at Maxwell Town then to warrant such a big station. Let's have a look what we got advertised. Quite a nice poster, isn't it? There you go, that'll be Stranraer, won't it? Ireland and Great Britain, the TSS Caledonian Princess via Lorne and Stranraer. Cars, caravans, commercial road vehicles drive on, drive off at any state of the tide. So they're going in any weathers. There's the station, look. Oh, so when we were wondering, here's the station where we came in. The ferry's right next to us. That's pretty neat, that. That's pretty neat. I like it. A youth member of Reform. Excellent. Got Jacob's been there since half 6. He's not got any XP. Dear me. Oh. The line from Dumfries all the way to Dunraggett is gone. That's a shame. And I have been to I've gone from Carlisle to Dumfries as a kid. I think we could go as far as Dumfries on the old runabout tickets we used to get. in the school holidays. I think that's as far as we could go. But yeah, that's a shame. It did say at the beginning of it did say something at the beginning of the Deltic scenario about avoiding beaching's axe, so I'm going to assume it was a beaching one. And since the Deltic scenario that we did, it got chopped as part of the beaching thing. Which is a shame. It's a peculiar closure considering it's probably quicker coming from the south. Yeah. And speaking of Dumfries is next. And that's a yellow. I think that's the first non-semaphore signal that I've seen this afternoon. Carrot cake. You've been on the carrot cake. Yeah, get your vegetables in, your 5 a day. Yeah, carrot cake. Pink sized Toblerone, Turkish delight. Oh, what's the signal going to be? It's going to be a red. Yes, it is. Nah, it's yellow. There you go. That's good. Manchester Airport community has got a new skybox. High clouds. Is that real? Is that a legit thing? Are the ballast shoulders really that high on the Manchester Airport in real life? I don't know, but they're definitely not as high as they were on Heaton Chapel the other day. Termite's nest. That was actually quite funny. I'm glad those ballast shoulders are in though. It does make an actual difference. Yeah, as to whether they're the right size or not, I don't know, but I like the idea of them being in. I could hear something then, but I can't see it. But you heard some diesel going out the other way. Yeah, this is Dumfries. I think that bridge in front, you come off the station, walk over that bridge, and the town is to your right hand side, as I recall. Bit of class 50 action there over on the right. Get the doors up. Let's have a quick look again around Dumfries, shall we? What's this? Whiskey. Made in Scotland. Whiskey. It's actually whiskey. Sounds like the Polish version. What else have we got? Another advert for the Stranraer Harbour. Magnificent new turbine steamers, the Princess Maud and the Princess Margaret. greatly accelerated services. Travel to Ireland by the short sea route. And that's the scenario, which was incomplete. Again, that's the one I've downloaded and I've just modified. We'll give that a thumbs up because that was quite good. That was quite good. Total distance today, 94 miles. So there you go. That was in the 50 and the 55. So we've been all about the 50s this afternoon. Thank you everybody for joining me this afternoon. I do appreciate it. Thanks for all the chat. 24-hour chat, by the way. But no, thanks for coming in. Thank you to you guys as well for those super chats. Much appreciated. You don't need to, you know that, but I appreciate it all the same. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your weekend. The next one, we won't be doing it Monday because we've got the class 86 stream coming up. Just trains. So keep your eye on the feed. We'll be back with something, but it might be a couple of days before we do. So have a good weekend. Take it easy. See you on the next one.